Jason became interested in wolves because of their incredible social behavior and family structure. He wanted to study the psychological mechanisms behind their behavior and to truly understand wolves. He knew he had to observe them in their natural environment. But observing wolves from a distance was not enough for him. He decided to join a wild wolf pack. Of course, wolves and dogs still share many similarities, but after living beside humans for thousands of years, dogs have lost many of the instincts and behavioral traits that real wild wolves still possess today. And by the end of this video, you will understand the difference between true wild wolves and the wolves that attack livestock near villages, and why crossbreeding between wolves and dogs creates serious problems in the wild. After researching many locations across Georgia, Jason selected the Borjomi Reserve, where an untouched and truly wild wolf pack lived. It took him 4 months to gain their trust, and here is how he managed to do it. During spring, when wolf mating season is nearly over and female wolves prepare to give birth, wolves begin searching for a safe den. The male and female inspect possible locations together, but the female ultimately decides whether the den is suitable. Jason understood this behavior very well. Knowing the wolves would repeatedly travel through the same routes while searching for a den, he patiently waited for them there. Their first encounter happened on one of those days. The wolves spotted him from a distance and immediately stopped. The female remained still, watching carefully, while the male slowly approached him, baring his fangs and growling. But Jason never acted aggressively. For 4 long months, he continued appearing near their path, calmly and patiently, until the wolves gradually accepted his presence and understood that he was not a threat. It is important to mention that he never tried to pet them or treat them like dogs. He simply lived alongside them. He traveled with the pack during hunts, sometimes running more than 11 kilometers beside them in search of food. And now let's talk about how wolves hunt and how once they save the life of the human living among them. Wolves know the routines of ungulates extremely well. They know when animals go to drink water, which paths they use, and where they are most vulnerable. Inside the reserve, they were among their main prey. Older wolves usually began the chase, driving the prey towards younger wolves waiting ahead in ambush near narrow paths and openings. But one event revealed something even more remarkable about wolves. One day, after a long run, Jason twisted his ankle and could no longer continue traveling with the pack. A younger wolf stayed close to him. After hunts, the wolf would return and regurgitate food in front of him, the same way wolves feed injured family members or pups. This showed something many people never expect from wolves. They possess strong social bonds and deep loyalty towards members of their pack, even towards someone who was not truly one of their own species. But the most unbelievable moment came later. One evening, while returning with the pack, Jason became exhausted and noticed a large, warm rock under the sun. He decided to rest for a moment, but on the other side of the rock, a massive bear was already resting there. The moment the bear sensed him, it rose onto its hind legs aggressively. Jason screamed, and within seconds, the alpha male and female wolves rushed between him and the bear. Growling fiercely, they attacked the bear's leg and forced it to retreat. Normally, wolves avoid direct confrontation with bears unless they are extremely desperate or starving. But that moment showed how strongly the pack valued and protected one of their own. After wolf pups grow older and leave the den, they rarely return to it again. Instead, wolf packs gather at specific meeting points known as rendezvous sites. During one of those gatherings, Jason witnessed another fascinating behavior. A young wolf suddenly ran around 50 meters away before quickly returning and making sounds similar to barking. causing the others to immediately follow it. This was starting of their hunting. But perhaps the most important part of all this is understanding why wolf-dog crossbreeding becomes such a serious problem in nature. Real wild wolves have an extraordinary understanding of territorial balance. Between neighboring wolf packs, there are often neutral zones stretching for kilometers where wolves usually don't hunt. These areas become safe spaces where ungulates can rest and raise their young with a much higher survival rate. So how do wolves survive if they avoid hunting there? Because nature already created balance. Among ungulates themselves, weaker or lower-ranked individuals are often pushed away from safer territory and forced into more dangerous areas where predators hunt. Contrary to popular myths, wolves don't survive only by hunting sick or weak animals. There simply are not enough sick animals to feed an entire wolf pack. Wolves hunt whatever prey they are capable of catching. But over time, human interference began damaging this balance. During the Soviet era, for example, rewards were often given for killing wolves because they were viewed only as threats to livestock. Wolf populations dropped heavily in many years. As forests lost prey and wolves struggled to find mates, many began approaching villages more frequently. And this is where the real problem started. Male wolves sometimes began mating with dogs. At the same time, abandoned dogs that escaped into forests formed wild packs and also started crossbreeding with wolves. The result was wolf-dog hybrids. And unlike real wild wolves, hybrids often lose important natural instincts and behavioral rules that pure wild wolves follow. One of the biggest differences is territorial behavior. Wild wolves strongly respect borders between packs. Dogs don't. Dominant dog packs often invade the territory of weaker packs freely, without the same natural structure wolves maintain in the wild. And hybrids frequently inherit unstable behavior from both sides. This creates imbalance inside ecosystems and damages the natural order wolves evolved with over thousands of years. As food became scarcer and human pressure increased, more wolves started hunting livestock near villages, because it became easier than hunting wild prey. And once some wolves adapt to easy hunting near humans, they rarely fully return to true wild behavior again. So in the end, do you think nature already created a perfect balance that humans are slowly destroying? Or do you believe human involvement benefits nature more than nature itself? Share your thoughts in the comments. And yes, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell for more interesting animal documentaries. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.